Today I'm going to show you how to turn one plant into many plants by taking and rooting softwood cuttings. Believe me, it's easier than you think. So what is a cutting? Well, a cutting is a piece of plant that you remove and then encourage to form roots of its own. And a softwood cutting is just that. It's a cutting taken during the height of the growing season when the plant tissue is soft to the touch and malleable. When we get on into autumn and winter, then you can take hardwood cuttings, particularly of hardy deciduous plants that lose their leaves, but they are nothing more than hard sticks and they will root. Softwood cuttings though, anytime really between April and September, these fleshy shoot tips that with a bit of care and attention, I'll show you exactly what, will form roots of their own and therefore new plants. It's a wonderful way of making more plants for very little cost and, to be honest, not much effort. Cuttings are always taken from perennial plants, plants that will keep on growing indefinitely for several years. There wouldn't be much point in taking an annual cutting, would there? You grow annuals from seed for one season and then they die. Perennials though, a lot of them, you can keep going and creating new plants from cuttings. Plants get tired, they get old. I've got one or two older ones in here because I really rather like them when they get statuesque like that. But those shoot tips on that pelargonium there, which is an almost tree-like one, they could be taken off as cuttings, and I grew in fact these plants from cuttings. But I quite like one or two that are tall and leggy like that. I'm looking at this plant in front of me here. This is a pelargonium called Attar of Roses. It's one of the scented leaved varieties. Not all of them are. A lot of them are just grown for flower, like these zonal pelargoniums. But this one, if you rub the leaf, it does smell of roses, it really does, or rosy perfume. So what I'm going to do is just look at this and take off some shoot tips which I know I can make into new plants. So let me show you what you're looking for. You're looking for stems of reasonable thickness and also a few joints on them. So your cutting when you finish will be between 3 and 4 inches long. That's between 8 and 10 centimetres. So I'm looking for shoots that will give me that. Make your cut just above that leaf there. If I made it there, that would die back. I don't want that. So I'm going to cut just above that leaf joint there. So that shoot there will grow out. So there is my cutting. In fact, look at that. I can get 2 off that if I'm crafty. So what I want is 3 or 4 to fill a single pot full out there.